You know, not everybody thought that I should come on this show.
We appreciate it.
All right.
Fuck them. People don't like how you be yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on and crazy on lips. That's all you do.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Majestic
Behavior
Podcast.
Hey. Welcome back. How y'all doing out there?
What's poppin'?
What's going on?
Man, y'all already know what it is, man. Let's get it.
So, it's Majestic Behavior. We back at you.
Yeah.
So, our topic today is building a business while building a family.
Building a family.
Yes, Lord. It's not easy, y'all. It's not easy at all.
No, it's not.
But how was your week, baby?
Man, this week has been a long week. We got a magazine that we putting together.
Whew. Talk about it, baby.
Listen, Majestic Behavior is a movement. Just like everything else, like this is not an idea that came to me, that my wife put her heart into, and the universe is telling me this shit here is big. So Majestic Behavior is dropping a magazine.
Boom. There it is. That's why we dead tired. But let's get into it. Building a business while building a family. It takes a lot, y'all. It takes a lot. You gotta have a lot of faith in yourself, in your teammate, your partner, your family, everything.
You gotta be able to work together.
Yes. First,
work together. That's the
you
key.
gotta take that leap of faith and jump out there and just do it. Will Smith had a quote that he put up on TikTok about a month ago, and he said, "If you something about doing it scared. If you're scared, if you have fear of doing something, then do it scared. So that means do it anyway, even if it scares you.
Right.
Just do it while you're scared, because after a while, it's going to become comfortable."
Yeah, that's true.
So, a lot of times, we say, oh, I don't really have the money for it, or, I don't think it's worth it, or it might not sell. You don't know what's going to happen until you jump out there and just do it.
Right. Exactly. You don't know until you make a move. It takes an idea, confidence. You have to be able to do something and don't quit. Do something and start it. The most important part.
Exactly. So, we have a t-shirt business, and we decided to just jump out there and do it. I actually left my job. Instead of what I normally do, go into a depression, I said, you know what, forget that. I'm going to make something happen with this. I'm going to take my last paycheck. Of course, I went across it with my partner first. And I said, babe, look, we got this much money coming. This how much we got to pay the bills with. And, this is what we have rest. Of course, we could blow it on weed and do whatever in XYZ. But let's do something with this.
Right.
And my husband, being who he is, my partner in crime and in legality, said, let's do this, babe. And we jumped on it. We bought the press machine. Next thing you know, God started blessing us. The universe was just dropping people in our circles.
But you got to understand, though, these ideas and people wanting to be able to start a business or just be able to start something, there will be tests during the line. You cannot take away the fact that you will come across things that will try to take you off the journey line that you're supposed to go on.
Definitely. You're going to come across hurdles. You're going to come to a point where your inventory not looking real right and everything's not really balancing out right, you know, but it doesn't mean not to put the money where it needs to go.
Right.
You know, make things make sense. You don't always have to rob Peter to pay Paul. But, you know what I'm saying, you can meet them in the middle somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. That's where we are trying to break the cycle of paying Peter, robbing Peter to pay Paul. We're trying to change that cycle. That is a cycle that is in the community. It's been there for decades.
Exactly.
So making changes, making different decisions, making opportunity happen, because you have to sacrifice certain things to make some things happen.
Yep. Some things you got to give up. Maybe you're not going to get a half a baby this week. You know what I'm saying? You just going to, slow it down a little bit. Maybe you're not going to get a pack. You might get some loose ones. Sacrifices is what it takes to...
Don't buy nothing if you don't have to.
Right.
Corner stores, extra shit that you normally get from the market, like all that extra materials.
Like, really take a chance and learn how to budget. Like, you got time on your hands, just use that time. Like it really means something, that saying, the idle mind is a devil's playground. Like, right. You ain't doing nothing, it ain't nothing coming to you. Like, you gotta put work to get work. Real
exactly.
shit.
Exactly.
You chase the bag, you gotta run.
Right.
So,
I mean, even like she was telling the story about us getting a press machine. That press machine sat here for about a couple months.
Yeah, about a good 2-3 months.
But during that time, another blessing that came through, starting a podcast, starting with one microphone, where she was doing makeup tutorials.
Yeah, I started off doing one YouTube video of me doing some makeup. No, actually, I did a live on Facebook, and then I did a YouTube tutorial, and I was like, this is alright, this is okay, but I don't really like being the face of stuff. I'd rather be behind the scenes, or you can hear my voice and stuff like that, but like having the camera all up on my face, I'm alright with it, but it's not my cup of tea. It ain't really where I want to be at,
Right.
I like to get the money. I don't have to be on the money. My name could be on the chat, but
right.
Yeah.
I mean, but as she got the first mic, that pushes us to get another mic, but not understanding what we really needed to do a podcast or become a podcast. We went through trials and errors. Inside of trial and error, we had to also go over hurdles with nervousness, anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Wondering what people might think. Speaking correctly.
We still go through that to this day. You don't know how many times I've recreated my logo.
Right.
Over and over again. But some things come easier than other things.
Right. Even with, wondering if anybody's going to listen or whatever the case may be, but God willing, knowing what was going on and understanding that we were at a place where we are together with understanding. A partner of ours just so happened walked in. We was nervous as shit. You know what I mean? And he joined in, and we
Just so
started
happened,
one
he walked
thing.
through the door in the nick of time.
Right. And then another homeboy kept looking at the press machine. You know, he kept looking at it for weeks. All of a sudden,
because we were stuck, we didn't know what to do. Because we had bought the press machine, but then it was like, oh snap, we didn't think all the steps through. And sometimes it's gonna happen. You're not gonna think of all the steps, so you may miss one. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think about how we was gonna get the stuff on the shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to get the cricket or the silhouette, whatever people use. They got cameos, silhouettes, crickets, whatever you may
we went
use.
through trial and error with that.
But yeah, like, we thought we could do it with this transfer paper stuff. We didn't know what we was doing with that. We didn't know anything about sublimation ink and screening and all that. All we knew was we was trying to put something on the shirt. And we knew you had to press it with a heat machine. So we had the heat machine. But that wasn't enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we both had to get down and get gritty and do some research, you know, budget, make some sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Some pizza nights had to get cut out. Yeah. You know, some turn up nights, you know, me and mommy and daddy, you know, date night, whatever you want to call it, whatever your version of it is.
Right.
Some of that stuff had to get cut out.
Right.
You know, and we made it happen. You know, we teamed up, we squadded up, and that's another thing. Nothing can be done alone.
No.
Don't ever think that, even with me and my husband, we got each other, but we still need help.
Exactly.
You know, we're always looking to build, and that's another thing that we learned out of this. We're not trying to be nobody's boss. You know, it's cool to put your name on a check and, you know, have employees and all that. That's great, you know, if that's what you're inspired to do. But we the type of people that we want everybody to eat. So if you under us, you have your own business. If you wanted to be under us, that's cool. But we want you to eat just like how we eat.
Look, there's other race or other companies where they stick together. You can't name not one black successful company that started the train and he has others behind him. Now, if it is, they not loud enough because I can't hear them. I don't see them.
Yeah.
So that's what Majestic Behavior means. You know,
It's more than just a podcast. It's more than a clothing line. It's more than a t-shirt business. It's more than a magazine. It's a building. It's a foundation. It's a foundation for somebody else to step up on.
right. Even with, say, you know, this might help one person. I'm happy with that. You know, it might be a couple out there that's trying to start a business, but they're having the same issues. Listen, you can follow us. You know, we getting it over here.
We got all the answers either.
Nah.
All we saying is we can work this out together. We
Right.
can brainstorm together. We can figure some shit out together.
Right.
And we ain't looking for no copyrights. We not looking for this. Some things that you ask of us may come with a small fee.
Sure enough.
We gonna keep it real.
Yeah,
Some
I mean.
stuff, it's just common sense. It's just nature. We supposed to share and give and receive from one another.
Right.
Knowledge that we have. That's why our differences are so special. Because what you don't know, I might know. What I don't know, you may know. And if we don't know, it'll be better if we figure it out together than apart.
Right. Like, what the universe told me was start all these different projects and just drop them to the world for free. And, you know, and this is what we're doing. You know, the t-shirt business, you know, we thank all the customers that we have got. That lets you know that solidified what we doing is right. When you do something right in life, God will talk to you.
And you gotta keep it real with your customers. You know know what I'm saying? You ain't got to give them a pity story and play the violin and be like, oh, I'm just starting out, I'm sorry, you know, like, nah. I appreciate you. What can I do to make it better? Bop, bop, bop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to have customers that are totally disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It's like they not totally disrespectful. It's just that's their timing. You got some people that hit you up any time of the day.
Well, people are people.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with that.
Right. You just gotta have understanding. And once you have understanding, you're able to handle people in the right manner.
This is my thing. This is how I handle it. You hit me any hour of the night. If I choose to respond, that's on me. I chose to respond to you.
Right.
If I chose not to, please don't take it any kind of way, because it clearly states that my hours are from 10 to 8. Saturday. No. What is it?
No. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
We're off Sunday and Monday, so it's Tuesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
10 to 8, Tuesday to Saturday.
Right.
And
Well,
it clearly states that biggest day on my business card, wherever you see my contact information. So it's not like you can't really get it, but I understand everybody has different work hours. You know, people got kids.
Yeah.
They don't want to be on the phone when all the kids running around, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, this is their downtime. I get it.
Right.
Or maybe something just popped in your head. You like, damn, I could make a shirt out of this. Let me call these people.
Right.
And if I'm up, let's get it.
exactly.
Let's get it.
Look, all black businesses, man, let's get together. Let's make a huge empire. You know, I mean, they do it all the time. I mean, what's so hard? You know, nobody should be trying to get over on anybody.
Nah,
Period.
man.
We not with that. Look, you got a piece of art and you want to show off your work. Yo, come holler at us. Let's do something. You know what I mean? Like,
It's always about building.
Yeah.
Always about building teamwork. Even with family, you know what I'm saying? You got to pick and choose who you decide to work with, you know what I'm saying? But even when you're working with family, the main key is allowing people to work at their best traits. Like, don't put somebody in a position you know damn well they can't budget no money. Or you know damn well they can't be on time.
Well,
so why would you hire somebody, your family member that you know can never be on time, to do a delivery? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put them where they know. Like, if the person that can't be on time know how to work money, put them where the money at. If the person that don't know how to work money but can be on time, put them where the delivery's at.
showing up.
Be smart about what you're doing. Don't expect people to do above and beyond because they working with you now. Nah, you
Right.
can't expect that.
I mean, and then also you got balancing out families
Yeah.
throughout the time. But if you're working and at home trying to do a business too, and then you got a family,
Hats off to you.
man. Look,
Because we is, whew,
because I
we're
tell you right
figuring it
now,
out, but that water's getting deep.
yeah. I mean, just having a family, kids, wife, you know, you gotta dedicate your time wisely.
Yes, delegation.
So, like, even like when it's family time or kids times and shit like that. Like right now for me, look, if you listen to any of the podcasts that we have, you know, we have 4, you know, right now, but it's 2 that's on pause. But, you know, juggling podcast and work, business, creating more ideas, you know, coming up with more shit.
In the
It's
middle
hard.
of the night.
In the middle of the fucking night.
It's 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, boom, I came up with a song. Or boom, magazine page. It's like, yeah, you have to learn how to balance it out. Like, those hours, that 10 to 8 is serious. Like, after that, like, I say 10 because I got to get my kids together in the morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got stuff I got to be, you know, prioritize.
Right.
My
Like right
children
now,
come first.
everybody that's home, like, there's a lot of different situations and problems and shit like that. It's going to be a lot of things that we don't hit because we don't go through it. Yo, this quarantine time, yo, it's like the golden era. You home. You getting unemployment.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Pay your bills. But come up with an idea and start some shit. I mean, I'm just saying. You got the opportunity.
Yeah, if you still sitting on some money or whatever, like, yeah, really put forward and do some shit. Like make it happen. Like, your dreams really can come true. You can manifest what is in your thoughts. You just have to have the will and the belief in yourself that it can happen. It's a blessing that I have a partner that believes in me as much as I believe in myself, if not more. You know? So you have to keep moving forward and not giving up on you, no matter what. When we started this podcast, I didn't really care if we didn't have one listener. You know what I mean? Like, it was all about us doing and making happen what we wanted to make happen.
Exactly. Like, for example, you know, the first two podcasts that we started, the downloads, the views, the likes, the shares, and everything, you know, it showed that what we were doing, we was doing it right. So, you know, you end up having trial and errors.
Oh yeah, the first episode, I sound like shit.
No, but the whole point is that you're going to end up still having trial and errors. That does not mean to give up. You just keep going.
I had to laugh it off.
Right. So right now, like I said, we have 4 podcast shows. Out of the 4, we have 2 that's on pause.
And that's going to happen. You're going to have some eggs that's going to sit. You're going to have some that, just like kids, it's just like children.
Yeah.
You got some that blossom faster than others. You got some that, hey, they need a little bit more help. They need a little more assistance, or they need more accessories or tools, or, you know what I'm saying, than the other children did. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to gauge and keep the faith. That's
Exactly.
really what it is keeping the faith in yourself. That's really what, at the end of the day, when you sitting there and everybody like, I don't know about that, yo. You sure you want to do that? And you laying there in the bed at night like, damn, do I want to do that?
Exactly.
Am I wasting my money?
Yeah, but real quick, we're going to take a quick pause.
Okay.
Because anybody that's listening, that's following us, or even on Instagram on a live chat, or was it live video, right?
Yeah.
So,
Instagram Live.
Right. So, if you're on there and you following and listening, you can check out the live podcast show on speaker.com.
Yeah,
that is Speaker.
Luxurious Lotus put up the link. So if you copy and paste that, you can hear the full production. We have music in the background, everything.
Right. You can still chat just like you do on Instagram, Facebook, or anything else.
Yeah, we working on, like I said, it's all a growing process. We working on how to get this music flowing in the background for y'all to hear on Instagram Live as well as on speaker, without y'all having to transition over. But it's all a growing process. You know what I'm saying? We jumped out there, still on training wheels. Don't matter. Well, we ain't on training wheels. We might be on a little kick bike or something right now. But, you know...
Right.
We doing good. We better than where we started at first, on a piece of paper, just thinking about doing it.
Exactly. So also, anybody, you need a t-shirt made, you want a design made, listen, check out majesticbehavior.com.
Yes, majesticbehavior.com. Or you can give us a call at 814-802-1229. Again, that's 804-802-1229. And remember, our hours are from 10 to 8, Tuesday through Saturday.
I hear that shit.
Thank you very much.
Also, Majestic Behavior magazine will be dropping. Listen, you get, what is it, four seasonal issues for free. The first four.
Seasonal issues, so that's going to last you about a year.
Exactly.
First 4 for the first year, we giving them out for free.
For
See
free.
how much we love y'all?
Listen, it's going to have a little bit of everything in there. And everything that is a part of the culture of hip-hop, fashion, what we do.
Art.
Swag, man. Music.
Current events.
Current events. History.
We're not talking about just what's happening in the hood with Pookie and them and all that.
Hell no.
We going over the 50 states. We going to try to hit overseas and all of that. I ain't telling you we the most worldliest of people, but we going to give you what you need.
Exactly.
All right?
Look, there are ways to make things happen with just an idea. Times are different. Use your resources. You can't be afraid. But anyway, with the Majestic Behavior magazine, it will be dropping real soon. It's coming.
Yes,
So
yes.
anybody that's black owned, that has a business, whatever you do, we are allowing free advertisement.
All entrepreneurs, hustlers,
Free advertisement.
flippers, all that. Free ads for the first 4 issues or 3?
4.
First 4 issues. So, like I said, 4 seasonal issues. That's going to last you about a year of free issues of magazines with free advertisement for business owners. And we're not only sticking it to black owned, black only that. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is for everybody. We believe in equality.
Peace.
You know, but we understand our struggle because we are a part of the struggle.
Listen, no one got us but us.
So
No one will understand that.
So we get all that. We get all that.
Yeah.
But we not going to knock the dollar.
Listen, pass the word. Majestic fucking behavior.
Trust and believe. We
It's
here to
coming.
stay, baby.
Listen.
We here to stay.
Listen, it's coming. I'm going to make sure before I'm gone on earth that I got people saying Majestic Behavior. We got a whole new swag that we got. It don't have to be this shit. We got class about ourselves. We're going to bring it back.
All right. So let's bring it back to the family and building a family while building a business. One thing you have to keep in mind is the love, man.
You got to keep love.
Gotta keep the love in mind and keep it unconditional all the way across the board. Sometimes you're gonna get stressed out with business, but you can't let it roll over to the family. It's been plenty of times I've been in here, messed up a shirt, I'm ticked off, and then I'm dealing with the virtual school at the same time, and I can't let my stress from the business roll over to my children, which
Listen.
are only a table away.
Shout out to all the parents that are, even if you got a newborn, shout out to you because it's hard being a parent going through this goddamn corona.
Yeah, this quarantine has made all of us parents man the fuck up. Real shit. If you wasn't before, you stepped up in a lot of places you wasn't stepping up in before. I'm trust and believe. I believe you have. I believe you have. In somewhere, at least one area of your life, you have stepped the fuck up. Okay, so pat yourself on the back for that.
Exactly.
All right? Yeah, but definitely keeping the unconditional love. Making that time. We still got to have our date nights. You know what I'm saying? They may not be as lavish as they were before. We may not get out as much, but we still got to have family night, game night, you know, all those type of things that, you know, are important that keep the family strong.
Well, we going to say, even with family time and, you know, sometimes you don't really have it. Material isn't the key.
Yeah.
The time is the key. So as much time that you spend with your family is what's important.
And taking a note out of my own book that I may have not put into fruition yet, but here's a little jewel for you. Instead of spending money on carry out and stuff like that, use them extra food stamps that they giving y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of ordering a pizza, you can buy all the parts for the pizza on your food stamps.
Listen, shout out to fucking Amazon.
Yeah, shout out to Amazon. You know, you can holler at us, Majestic Behavior 9@gmail.com. But yeah, definitely shout out to Amazon for the free Amazon Fresh food delivery. Shout out to them.
Yes, sir. Anybody that got food stamps, man. Anybody that got a food stamp card, man. Look, they accept them. Deliver.
Yes, but to the family, keeping it strong, keeping it tight. You know what I'm saying? Learning lessons in every little thing. You know, my daughter watches us make shirts and do stuff all the time. Sometimes it's 5, 6, 8 people in here like a sweatshop making shirts, and our children notice that. They see our hustle, they see our grind.
Yeah.
And my daughter comes to me constantly, you know, she like, Mommy, you working, you making money? And I'm like, yeah.
Making money?
And yeah, making money. And then, you know, she be like, for my lemonade stand? And I be like, yup. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows that my money is going to make her money.
Exactly.
And her money's gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money making money.
Look,
I've taught them that from a young age.
Look, we're gonna take it from the money, and an idea that me and my wife talked about was doing a food drive for the homeless during the holidays, during Corona. And
yes, Lord.
So, like, being able to get the supplies and everything. Look, anybody that want to volunteer to help put this together here in Baltimore, I want to get this started.
We're looking for masks, t-shirts, food, packaging. If anybody can support and help with that, would be greatly appreciated. Our email is majesticbehavior9@gmail.com. Again, that's majesticbehavior9@gmail.com. Luxurious Lotus will be putting that in the comments for you guys to see.
Yeah. Listen, man, look, making this happen, it's going to take time, it take effort, dedication, and you have to have that same drive during family. You know, building a foundation is built around building. Yeah. So as you take that and apply that to business, to make what I'm trying to build, I'm trying to make sure my grandkids are taken care of. You know, sometimes you might have people that might say this might not be real, or
right.
You might have people that push you down from this shit. But when you able to look the other way and keep going, man, that shit feels so good.
Oh yeah, to turn the other cheek and to show them better than you can tell them is a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely a beautiful feeling.
Sure enough, man.
Keeping it real at all times. The older you get, the more comfortable you are with your feelings.
You ain't never lied.
So, to tell them motherfucker to
because anybody that's turning fucking 40 right now this year, I feel you.
But real shit, it feels so good to be able to say no. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going. No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because being content is a beautiful feeling. Having that peace, showing your children something different than what you experience is a glorious feeling.
Showing them.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Is changing the path, changing the history, you know, changing the repeated chain or whatever, the curse, as shall people say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because some are Africans that come from Africa, Egypt, Kemet. But there are others that are mixed with Indian. we have to recognize what we are.
Right. So
I mean, if it threw you off, I understand.
no, just a little bit.
I'm just saying.
No, but I'm saying
no.
at the same time, you got to keep it real with that too, because even with we keep it so real that our children question things.
Yeah.
Like they're in school and they like, that's not how it happened. And I'm like, this ain't the time. Like you right, son. But yeah, it ain't quite, yo ain't really invent that. We already talked about that. But you gotta go with what the flow is right now. This ain't the time to debate it. You only in the 4th grade, son. Chill out.
I mean, cause this is the issue. Now, I'ma always support being black, being proud. But also remember, some are mixed with Indian. But in our generation right now, we are mixed with, so many different things.
Hey, where you going with this Indian?
I forgot. Shit.
Like, where is he going? He done smoked a little bit too much.
I mean, no, I had a point behind this shit.
Yeah.
I done fucked it all
I
up.
see. But back to what I was saying, keeping it real. You gotta keep it real all the way across the board. Like we said, being able to say no is a beautiful thing, but also being able to tell the truth is a beautiful thing. Keeping it real with your family and your friends, keeping it real with your children, letting them know, like, okay, this is mommy, daddy time.
Learn
this is
the
business
balance.
time. Even if it is business time, using some of that time to show them some things or teaching them stuff. If they having a hard time in math and you trying to budget the books, y'all can learn some stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of that math that they learning in school can help you with them books a little bit. So don't ever think that you being busy is not a time for your children to, you can utilize that with your kids too. Like being creative and stuff like that. When we were making the shirts, my daughter jumping in there doing safe stuff, being able to lay the vinyl on the shirt and, me showing her measurements, which is math, using a ruler, how far the shirt, the logo needs to come down on the shirt and all of that. So, yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, using each moment in life to be able to, learn stuff. So that's a balance that you have to have.
Right.
So, going into balance and everything, like I said, you have to keep it real, keep it balanced, keep it true. And I think we are ready to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys. And also I want to remind you guys, this Sunday is Perspectives Podcast. That's every Sunday at 11 p.m. Look out for us. It's the trio. Kelson, Kia, and myself, the Mrs. And then you can catch myself, the Mrs. and
Jay Black
every Friday at 9:30, taking over Majestic Podcast. So we want to appreciate you guys for listening, taking out your time. Don't forget, you can hit us at majesticbehavior9@gmail.com with any comments or any topics that you might want us to touch on, or any questions you may have about something we might have said. Anything, doesn't matter. We love constructive criticism, we love input, we love opinions, we love all of that. So give it to us.
showing up. Anybody that's listening and you love the show, chime in on speaker.com. That is SPREAKER.com/Majestic Behavior Podcast.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify. It's a couple platforms you can find us on. We'll have that in our bio later on sometime this week. But we appreciate you guys for listening in. Thank you. This is Majestic Behavior Podcast, and we are signing out.
Deuces.